Okay guys, Bob here. We'll do a little experiment. I've done this before. This Evaporust stuff. I know a lot of you guys like using vinegar, and I like using vinegar too, but sometimes the Evaporust, I like the Evaporust because you can reuse it multiple times. I think the vinegar tends to evaporate, in my opinion, but and you can't use it maybe 3 times on the vinegar. I got these old Chinese, Taiwanese sockets. I bought out a guy's shop. He was closing up, and he had a bunch of cheap sockets in a toolbox. So they're a little dirty, a little rusty. We're gonna pour some of this stuff in here and see what we can do with it. See how it looks tomorrow. You can see some of these are pretty bad. Some of them aren't bad at all, like this one. I may go through and pick out some of the nicer ones and not do those. That's probably what I should do. All this stuff here is my 66 Barracuda parts, and there's some up here too. I got to get on that car. I've had that car for a long time, and stop and start, stop and start, stop and start. But yeah, 66 Barracuda. Anyhow, back on this. Yeah, we're gonna pour this in here. Let me thin out some of these that aren't really all that bad, and we'll pour it in. So I picked about half of them out. These here have rust on them. The others were pretty clean. So I got a little bit deeper tray, old cat litter plastic bottle, and I can submerge them a little bit better. And like I said, this stuff's reusable multiple times. So it evaporates the rust, but I can't tell that the product itself evaporates. Seems to stay pretty close to level. All right, folks. Let me pour it in, and we'll I guess it's about 7 o'clock on Wednesday night. We'll check it tomorrow. Let's see here. Let's pour it on in. You see she's a bit dirty because, like I said, I have used it a few times. There we go. We got pretty good coverage there. Let's put it in. I am not affiliated with Evaporust. Not a commercial for them. I just kind of wanted to see. Like I said, I've used it before on stuff, mostly on old rusty tools that I find. It does a pretty good job. I have done some bolts with it. It comes out pretty good. So let's see what happens. I'll be back with you tomorrow. Okay, guys, it's the next day, roughly the same time. I think it's about 24 hours later. And I already pulled this one out, and I don't think this one was all that bad to begin with. Looks good. I got a little bit right here still, right in here, and let's see what else we got. Yeah, a little bit right there. These are coming out pretty damn good. A little bit right there on that edge. So, yeah, that was the same thing. All right, so what I did, I brought this little Scotch-Brite pad over with me. I figured I'd need it. And that one's saying this looks like it's just got some minor little stuff happening. I'm gonna go ahead and hit a couple of these with the Scotch-Brite, see if that gets it off, gets them clean again. If it does, I'm gonna call that a success, and we can pour the stuff right back in and use it again. It's really getting black now though. Okay, I pulled them all out and looked at them. These on this side are good. They look nice. Really look good. These over here need to soak another day. Even when I hit them with the Scotch-Brite pad, they still, let me see if I can get you an example. They still got that little spot right there. That's after hitting it with the Scotch-Brite pad. So, let's see if we can find another one. Here's another one. So, I mean, it's better, it's smoother. And we'll stick them in there for one more day. But these are good. I'm going to go ahead and put these in the toolbox on this side. I'm trying to get these, like I said, a toolbox just put on sale on Marketplace or something. Somebody local can come by. A couple $100, they get a toolbox full of tools, you know. Granted, it'll be Chinese tools, but it'll be a starter kit. But I didn't want to give them a bunch of old rusty tools. So that's basically what we're doing here. But we'll try it one more, I guess 24-hour period. If I don't forget, I'll come here tomorrow afternoon and try it again. Okay, folks, I went on and it's the next day, so it's been 48 hours, and I went on and pulled them out. There's a couple that have little spots like that where you could probably hit it with the, what it is, it's very pitted. It's set in water apparently, and it's turned black. And you can hit that with the wire wheel, but they came out pretty good. Some are really nice. There's another one that's pitted. This one came out good. Here's one that came out good. But you get the idea. And again, these are old cheap Taiwanese sockets that I'm putting together a little cheap toolbox. Somebody just wants a little starter kit to fiddle around with. So I poured this back in there. So I've used this 5 times, and I used it. The first time I used it was on some dirty, rusty bolts. Probably shouldn't have done that. I should have probably soaked the bolts in some soap first to get some of the dirt off of them. That's what really, I think that killed some of the life of it. Still, 5 uses, and it cleaned what you saw yesterday and what you saw today. Yesterday was 24 hours. Today was 48 hours. That's not bad. And like I said, it's been used 5 times, and that one time in the really, really dirty bolts. So body bolts and underhood bolts and that kind of stuff that gets grease on them and rust, you know. So all right, folks, this concludes this experiment. I think this stuff works. A lot of you guys like as we said, a lot of you guys like the vinegar. I got some vinegar. I'm gonna do a block, the water jacket in a block, and I'll use the vinegar for that, and I'll show you how that works. That's not going to be a soaking, that's going to be a brushing, but we'll get an idea how it works, and we may do something else with the vinegar and kind of compare. But the vinegar will be fresh also. All right, folks, we're out. That concludes this experiment, if you will.